In this week, 5 companies are coming out with IPOs, public issues. So after quite start 2025, IPO activity is picking up again. In 2024, for example, 91 companies raised a record of 1.6 lakh crore approximately through IPOs. Now these 5 firms aim to raise roughly a few thousand crores collectively. So we are going to discuss these 5 public issues. We'll break down who these companies are and what they do, and the key IPO details like their dates and price and amounts. In simple terms, you can say understand the opportunity and risk. So as always, remember this is not an investment advice. I'm not giving any investment advice. Do your own research. You do your research and consider consulting a new financial advice. This is only an information purpose. So try to understand what is an IPO first. So an IPO is when a private company sells shares to general public for the first time. So it is like a company going public and offering a piece of ownership, that is a shares on the stock exchange. So companies do this to raise money, maybe for expansion or debt or for both, etc. And it gives clearly owners a chance to cash out. In finance terms, no, the IPO happens in the primary market, and once the shares are sold, investors can trade them on the stock markets. Think of it as a new ticket sale. Companies issue shares and invite you to buy them. That's all. So now there are 5 companies launching IPO. So this week, but in this week only 5 companies are coming. So the first company, Borana Weaves Ltd. This is the IPO opens from today onwards, that is May 20th to 22nd. So 3 days, 20, 21st and 22nd. So IPO open for 3 days. And this is for 144.89 crore total size. This Borana Weaves is a textile manufacturer in Surat, Gujarat. So they make unbleached synthetic grey fabric, essentially a base cloth that other textile firms dye or process into finished products. The company has 3 manufacturing units with hundreds of advanced looms. Now we'll go to the IPO details. This Borana's IPO opens on May 20th and closes on 22nd. So 3 days open, 20th, 21st and 22nd May. It is a book built issue. So main board IPO. So what is book build? So price band 205 to 216 per share. So the company is issuing only new shares. No promoter selling. Aiming to raise about 144.89 crores. The IPO is heavily spec'd to institutions. 75% of shares are set aside for QIBs. So out of these, 75% for qualified institutional buyers. So retail investors, 10%. And the rest is non-institutional investors. So out of 144.89, 75% are for QIBs, 10% for retail investors, and the rest for non-institutional investors. So after the issue, this Borana shares are expected to list on the stock exchange around 27th of May. Here, point of interest is this Borana's business is purely textile manufacturing. So this IPO offers exposure to the textile sector's value chain. So the IPO proceeds will help the company to grow. They have no debt to repay via this issue. So as an investor, note that with a relatively small retail quota 10%. So quota is retail quota only 10%. So competition for shares could be high because of the 10% quota. Price lot size is 69 rupees per share. About 14,904 is the minimum investment. This is the lot size, 69 shares. This is what regarding the Boranas. Now we will move on to next IPO. This is a Belrise Industries Ltd. Opening date from tomorrow, May 21st to 23rd. 21st to 22nd, 23rd. 3 days issue will open. This is a big issue. 2,150 crores total. This Belrise Industries is a large Pune-based auto components manufacturer. They have produced safety critical systems and parts for vehicles such as metal chassis systems, polymer components, suspension systems, like engineering parts for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, passenger cars, commercial vehicles, and even farm vehicles. In plain terms, they make major parts used in popular vehicles. So their clients includes big names like Bajaj, Honda, Hero, Jaguar, Land Rover, Royal Enfield, Tata Motors, and Mahindra. So Belrise has 15 plants across India to serve these OEMs. Now we'll go to the IPO details. Belrise IPO opens on May 21st and closes on 23rd May. So 3 days, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So they have fixed the price band. The price band 85 to 90 per share. So this is a huge issue size. Belrise raising 2,150 crores. So by issuing 23.89 crore shares. So it's a big issue. Here interesting is there is no offer for sale. So existing shareholders are not selling. Half of the shares go to the institutional buyers, 35% to retail investors, and 15% to other investors. So here important thing is Belrise plans to use roughly 1,618 crores. So 1,618 crores of it proceeds to repay the debt, because they had borrowings 2,904 crores as March 2025. So borrowings are there. So the allotment is likely May 26, with a listing around May 28. See, what is the point of interest is, this IPO is noteworthy for its size and sector. So Belrise reported about 6,013 crores sales and 246 crores is a profit in the first 9 months of 2025. So profit was, this is what reported sale for 9 months, financial year 25. So the profit was down 17%, but revenue were flat. The company's business is tied to vehicle production. Investors will watch the auto sector closely. So if you want to piece of large auto ancillary firm, Belrise offers that the minimum retail lot size is 166 shares. So it comes around 14,940. At rupees of 90, I calculated. So which might be steep for small investors. So in summary, so Belrise is a big ticket IPO. So over 2,000 crores. Established the auto parts maker. So this is what. Then we will move on to third IPO. Victory. This is electric vehicles. Victory Electric Vehicles International Limited. IPO opens May 20th to 23rd. 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 4 days will be open. So this is a 40 crore, 0.66 crore total. So it is a Delhi-based electric vehicle maker. Formed in 2018. They were founded in 2018. So they build battery powered three-wheelers and two-wheelers. Their lineup includes electric rickshaws, passenger rickshaws, e-loaders, cargo rickshaws, electric scooters. So they even make custom E3 wheelers like mobile food vans and ice cream carts. In short, Victory operates in the fast-growing EV mobility. We can say EV mobility. So space aiming for low-cost, eco-friendly transport. Now we move on to IPO details. Victory IPO also open on May 20th. Runs through May 23rd. So 4 days. It is a fixed price, 72 rupees per share. Entire this thing is a fresh equity. So no existing shareholder selling. So about 5.694 million shares, rising 40.66 crores. So half of the issue is set aside for retail investors. Half of the issue set aside for retailers and half for others. Lot size 1600 shares. So it comes to 1.15 lakh. Is the minimum investment. Allotment expected May 22nd, May 27th. May 27th is allotment is expected. Listing on 28th. This is an NSE SME platform. E-merge. NSE e-merge. So point of interest here is this Victory Electric is a small specialized player in the EV sector. In the first 9 months of this 2025, they had about 39.5 crore in revenue and 3.9 crore in profit. For investors interested in green mobility, the IPO offers a chance to invest early in scooter e-rickshaw makers. So, however, it is an SME small company. Issue. It is a high risk, high reward play on EV adoption. The fixed 72 rupees price means no bidding. You may pay that per share. As always with the small cap IPOs, volatility can be high after listing. Now we'll move on to another IPO, then Dar Credit and Capital Ltd. This IPO opens on 21st May. Will be there for up to 23rd, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So 3 days. This is a small IPO, so 25.66 crore. This Dar Credit Capital is a non-banking finance company, NBFC based in India, established in 1994. It makes small personal and MSME loans. So often to low income or underbanked borrowers. For example, they lend to municipal class 4 workers like cleaners, P1s, and small shopkeepers, women entrepreneurs. So today, Dar Credit operates in 27 locations like West Bengal, Rajasthan, Bihar, Jharkhand. So it has modest scale. By December 2024, it reported a 30.09 crore revenue and 4.90 crore profit for these 9 months. Now we'll come to the IPO deals. Dar Credit IPO opens on 21st May, closes on 23rd. So it will be open 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So 3 days on NSE SME platform. Here is a price band 57 to 60 per share. Target to rise 25.66 crores. This is a small IPO by size. Fresh issue of shares, no promoter selling. 35% allocated to retailer and 50% to institutions. 15% to high net worth investors, HNIs. So the minimum retail lot, 2000 shares about 1.2 lakh at rupees 60. So allotment is likely on May 26th and listing on 28th. This is on NSE e-merge. Here the point of interest is this Dar Credit is typically a rural urban microfinance lender. Investors should note that it is very a traditional NBFC with moderate growth. Assets have stable credit rating, CARE BBB, and it pays dividends. The IPO proceeds will bolster its capital base. So for those wanting to invest in finance reaching underserved customers, this IPO could be attractive. Just remember that it is an SME IPO with a small issue and limited trading volume expected at first. Now we'll move on to the final company, that is Unified Data Tech Solution Limited. This is the 5th one. Opens in this week. Opens on May 22nd to 26th. So 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. 5 days. Size 144.47 crore total. This Unified Data Tech is Mumbai-based IT services and solution firm, incorporated in 2010. Specialized in system integration and data center solutions. In plain terms, I can say these help companies set up and secure their IT infrastructure, including servers, networking, virtualization, cyber security, and cloud-based services. They serve a broad set of industries: banking, finance, manufacturing, pharma, even IT services with these tech solutions. So we'll come to IPO details of Unified Data Solutions. This is Mumbai based. IPO runs on May 22nd to 26. BSC SME platform. Price band 260 to 273 per share. For a total size of 144.47 crores. Notably, this IPO is entire an offering sale by the promoter. This is interesting. So the promoter called Hiran Mehta is selling his own shares. So thus the company itself won't get any new funds. So investors are buying existing shares. That's what it is. So the retail quota is 35% and 50% to institutions, 15% to HNIs, high net worth. So minimum lot size is 400 shares. So it is coming around 1.04 lakh or 260 rupees. The allotment likely on May 22nd, 27th of May, and listing on BSC SME around May 29th. So here the point of interest is unified data tech has shown strong financial growth. 2024, their revenue jumped 135% from 110.5 crore. So percentage jump 135 from 110 crore to 260.37 crore. 110.5 crore to 260.37 crore. So and profit climbed from 10.46 to 25.1 crore. That is an impressive size. So reflecting high demand for data center and infrastructure services. So for investors, this IPO offers exposure to the growing data tech sector in India. However, since it is an OFS, offer for sale, promoter is selling. The company is not raising any new capital. So promoter is exiting. So thus consider that you are buying shares from the existing owner, not directly fueling company's project. So the conclusion and my advice is these 5 IPOs cover a range of industries. Textile, Borana Weaves, auto components is a Belrise, electric vehicles is a Victory Electric, financial services, Dar Credit, and IT infrastructure, unified data tech. So each has its own profile. So Belrise is a large mainstream IPO, Victory, Dar and Unified are smaller SME IPOs. Borana sits in between. So their IPO dates span from this week only, May 20th to 26th. So investors are busy in this week ahead. So if you are considering subscribe to any IPO, keep in mind, do your own homework. Read the company's prospectus for business details and risk. Check the valuation, price versus earnings. And only invest money you can afford to lock in for short term. IPOs can have a big swing after listing. So it is also wise to spread risk. You might not invest in all in one IPO. So the disclaimer is this video is for information purpose only. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock. I'm not recommending any stock to purchase. I'm giving you only information. Always consider consulting a licensed financial advisor before making investment decisions. Expert, professional expert. Do your own independent research. We have 2 channels, RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. So request to subscribe RR Legal Talks and RR Corporates, 2 channels. Thank you. Hope you are clear.